General Sikorski was buried here in Newark Cemetery for 50 years in 1943, and he was exhumed on the 13th of September 1993, and now we're commemorating his anniversary 80 years later. And then he went back to Poland on the 14th of September 1993, and now 30 years later, after his death, and we remember him today with a statue in his honor. And he's saluting all the Polish that are in the cemetery here. There's over 400 Poles buried in our cemetery since 1940, and many Poles after the war were buried in the cemetery or had their remains cremated and put in behind the near the statue right away. These ones have all been cremated, or ex-soldiers, airmen that served in the Second World War are all buried here from all over the country. They come here and be buried in our cemetery. So Newark Cemetery is renowned all over the world. People come here on the last Sunday in September for the Air Bridge Memorial, and on the last Sunday in October at 3 o'clock we light the lanterns on all the war graves. We've got Brutus here, a double agent, who we remember, who spied for the Germans first time, and then he crossed over and gave the Germans the wrong date of the D-Day landing and the wrong location. We have another person here who was in the Battle of Britain, who served us with distinction, and we have a memorial to him. And we've got other Polish that are in the cemetery, not very far from, so I'm going to walk over to the memorial to General Sikorski, who was buried here in July 1943. We've got Australian, Canadian, that are also in our cemetery. Canadian, another Canadian, and another one from New Zealand, another one from New Zealand. We've got 3 presidents that were exhumed in November of last year and were taken back to Poland. To Krakow in Poland. Then we've got General Sikorski Memorial. He was here, buried here for 50 years. We commemorate his achievements during the Second World War, and we're grateful he unveiled this memorial cross in 1941. Flying the Polish flag for freedom. We will remember them. I'm grateful to the Poles that helped us out during the Second World War.